Stopping the spread of COVID-19 is not something that can be achieved with a single step. It's a constellation of behaviors and adapted behaviors that are really going to help keep you safe. During the early phases of the shutdown, hospitals obviously had to remain open so that we could continue to care for the community. And here at AdventHealth, we were no exception. What we identified were several things that we can do to modify our daily activities that help to prevent the spread of COVID-19. I'm very pleased to say that I've reviewed the school's plans, and I'm very comfortable that you guys have adapted those to meet your needs as well. Making sure that we mark areas where you can stand in line, where maybe you're just not thinking about it and you start to bunch up, helping keep people separated. Trying to limit the number of people in a corridor or hallway or classroom, that's certainly going to be something you can do to decrease the density of people that are in close contact. Making sure that you wash your hands and make hand sanitizer available, readily available, so that it's very much top of mind that everywhere we go, we're being very careful to keep our hands clean. One of the most difficult things to do or not do is to stop touching your face. If you sit and think about it, you will find that you touch your face several times a minute if no one says anything on average. COVID-19 can be spread that way. If you touch a surface that is contaminated and then touch your mouth, your nose, or your eye, you could actually contract the virus. And so maintaining what I call good hand discipline is certainly something you can do. We can all help each other. You know, if you see your friend or your coworker starting to touch their face after they touch something, say, hey, touching your face. You know, going around and offering people hand sanitizer is a great thing to do. Keep your area clean. Certainly you should feel free to wipe down your area with some sort of disinfectant. Really, this virus is quite fragile, and any disinfectant is going to help decrease the transmission rate from surfaces. Other things that we've seen is modifying some behavior like hugs, kisses on the cheek. Those are really kind of a no-go right now. Those are things that we need to stay away from. So those have been replaced with things like fist bumps and elbow bumps, and those are certainly you know, adapted behaviors that I think can help keep you safe. Obviously, if you are feeling sick, and I think this is the biggest one, don't feel like there is some badge of honor in going to school or going to work when you are sick. No one is worse about that than doctors. Doctors will generally admit that we tend to work sick, but that's just bad behavior right now. If you don't feel well, you need to let someone know, whether that's your parents or your physician or your school nurse, your teacher. Certainly let somebody know so that you can get evaluated and make sure it's safe for you to continue to work and take care of each other. By coming in sick, you are placing others at risk. And just because you don't have a serious course of illness with COVID-19 does not mean that the person that you cough on is going to do as well. And so really, I think it's important to think of that as a civic duty, that you are going to stay home if you don't feel well. It's not your own risk that you're taking there. You're placing others at risk by coming in sick. And so that's a very important distinction and something that I think will change as a result of COVID-19.